What's up everyone? You've seen the headlines. The PS5 Pro is a monster. 33.5 TFLOPS of GPU power, ray tracing up to 4x faster, and for the most anticipated game of the decade, Grand Theft Auto 6, it must be the 4K 60 FPS silver bullet we've been waiting for, right? Well, I'm here to tell you that the PS5 Pro is going to be amazing, but for GTA 6, its greatest weakness is the one thing everyone forgets to look at: the CPU. Big shout out to a viewer who gave me the idea to do more research on this, Reviving 624. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: PC. The fact is, the PC version of GTA 6 will see explosive frame rates because of one component: the modern CPU. The PC platform is not constrained by a fixed 8-core Zen 2 chip. Modern PC chips, especially AMD's Ryzen X3D series or the latest Intel i9s, feature massive L3 V-cache or huge single-core performance. They are vastly superior to the PS5 Pro's Zen 2 chip for handling open-world simulation, capable of crunching the thousands of AI calculations and physics simultaneously. And when you pair a top-tier modern CPU with the GPU powerhouse that is the rumored NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5090, you see the true scale of what GTA 6 is capable of. While the PS5 Pro's GPU sits at a theoretical 33.5 TFLOPS, the RTX 5090 is expected to offer well over 100 TFLOPS of raw power. It is designed to handle every texture, every ray trace reflection, and every particle effect at the highest possible fidelity. This is the scenario where the frame rate dream finally comes true. On a system powered by a modern CPU and an RTX 5090, you're not fighting the bottleneck. You are running the game exactly how Rockstar intends, but with the freedom to dial up every setting for a native 4K, full ray traced, rock solid 60 FPS experience, possibly even pushing into the 120 FPS range with technologies like DLSS. It will be the ultimate showcase of the game's potential, starkly highlighting the fixed, limiting nature of the PS5 Pro's CPU. So, is Rockstar just stuck? Not necessarily. Developers have an entire bag of tricks to fight a CPU bottleneck when making a performance mode, even one that uses the Pro's slight boost. These are the concessions that must be made for 60 FPS. Drastic LOD reduction. The biggest trick is shrinking the draw distance for complex objects and NPCs. This is the oldest trick in the book. If the CPU doesn't have to calculate the physics and AI for objects miles away, it frees up resources. Asset removal. They would have to reduce NPC and traffic density. Think fewer pedestrians, fewer cars, which directly lessens the simulation load on the CPU cores. And simplifying AI. Rockstar could use simplified AI routines for distant enemies or NPCs in the performance mode, essentially making the world less smart to keep the frame rate high. In short, to get 60 FPS, the gorgeous, living, breathing world of GTA 6 would have to be thinned out. This is the compromise you pay for speed on a console with a fixed CPU. Let's look at the numbers. The upgrade from the base PS5 to the Pro is incredibly lopsided. This isn't an upgrade, it's a total shift in focus. GPU power. The standard PS5 sits at 10.28 TFLOPS. The PS5 Pro ramps that up to theoretical 33.5 TFLOPS, or a more conservative but still huge 16.7 TFLOPS of RDNA 2 compute with up to 45% faster rendering. That is a massive generational leap within a generation. Memory bandwidth. To feed that beastly GPU, Sony boosted the memory bandwidth by 28%, going from 448 gigabytes per second to 576 gigabytes per second. This is crucial for high-resolution textures and ray tracing data. Now here is the kicker, the single point that undermines the entire 60 FPS dream for GTA 6. The CPU in the PS5 Pro is the exact same 8-core Zen 2 architecture found in the base PS5. The only change? Sony added a high CPU frequency mode that lets the clock speed jump from 3.5 GHz to a maximum of 3.85 GHz. That, my friends, is a minuscule 10% increase in speed. Why does this 10% matter so much for a game like GTA 6? It's simple. GTA is the ultimate CPU killer. The GPU handles the eye candy, the pixels and the shadows. The CPU handles the simulation, the very heart of the game world. AI and physics? Every NPC, every car in the infamous GTA6 traffic jams, every piece of physics on the dynamic environment, the CPU has to calculate all of that. Draw calls? The CPU tells the GPU what needs to be drawn and where. The Pro's GPU can draw frames incredibly fast, but it can only draw them as fast as the 10% faster CPU can prepare them. In highly complex, dense open-world areas like Vice City, the GPU will frequently be standing around waiting for the CPU to finish its work. That is a definition of a bottleneck, and it sets the ceiling for your maximum frame rate. So if the CPU can't deliver 60 FPS, what is all that extra power actually for? The answer is fidelity. The PS5 Pro is built to deliver the absolute best visual quality possible within a 30 FPS ceiling. And the technology driving that is called PSSR, or PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution. PSSR is Sony's proprietary AI-based upscaling solution. Think of it as the console equivalent of NVIDIA's DLSS, and it is powered by brand new, dedicated silicon. PSSR AI Accelerator. The Pro includes a custom ML architecture capable of 300 teraops of 8-bit computation. The effect? This chip allows the GPU to render the game at a lower internal resolution, say 1440p, and then uses AI to reconstruct a clean, sharp 4K image. It makes games look much cleaner and sharper, especially with ray tracing enabled. The other major upgrade is ray tracing, which is key to GTA 6's next-gen look, providing realistic lighting, shadows, and reflections. The PS5 Pro is up to 3 times faster at ray tracing. But ray tracing is a massive computational sink. Rockstar and Sony want GTA 6 to be a showcase for visual fidelity. This means using advanced techniques like ray-traced global illumination, the ultimate performance hog. If they try to cram a highly detailed 4K RT-enabled experience onto the Pro, the only way to do it reliably, given the CPU constraints, is to lock the frame rate. Therefore, the current consensus prediction is that GTA 6 will likely offer 2 main modes on the PS5 Pro at launch. Fidelity mode, near-native 4K resolution, full ray tracing, maximum MPC and traffic density, locked to 30 FPS. This will be the most visually stunning version. Performance mode, likely a dynamic 1440p resolution, reduced ray tracing or none at all, locked to 60 FPS. This will require heavy concessions that sacrifice the full visual vision of the game. However, there is a third very real possibility, and it's the one true compromise the PS5 Pro offers: the 40 FPS mode. Because the Pro is geared for 120Hz displays, a game can run at a stable 40 FPS where each frame is shown 3 times. This frame time, 25 milliseconds, is significantly better than 30 FPS, 33.3 milliseconds, and feels much smoother while still allowing developers to keep most of their graphical bells and whistles. For GTA 6, a stable 40 FPS on the Pro might be the perfect sweet spot. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: PC. The fact is, the PC version of GTA 6 will see explosive frame rates because of one component: the modern CPU. Modern PC chips, especially AMD's X3D series, solve the GTA-style simulation problem with their massive L3 V-cache. They are vastly superior to the PS5 Pro Zen 2 chip for handling open-world simulation. While the Pro has a fantastic GPU, the PC platform has the horsepower to handle the simulation and the high frame rates simultaneously. So is the PS5 Pro a scam if you want a 60 FPS GTA 6? No, but it is a console with a clear mandate. It's not a raw performance upgrade like a PC GPU, it's a fidelity accelerator. The upgrade is worth it for sharper images. PSSR delivers cleaner 4K than the base PS5 could ever manage, better ray tracing, It makes advanced lighting effects viable in more games. Stability. It guarantees a rock-solid, drop-free 30 FPS experience in the most demanding modes. Ultimately, the PS5 Pro is not the console that delivers the native 4K 60 FPS full RT dream. It's a bridge console. Sony is using the Pro to mature PSSR and next-gen ray tracing without having to worry about a fundamental CPU overhaul. The real, no-compromise 4K 60 FPS experience for GTA6, the one without having to sacrifice NPC density or draw distance, will likely have to wait for the PlayStation 6, which will finally feature a true next-generation CPU like an AMD Zen 5 derivative. Until then, the Zen 2 CPU on the PS5 Pro sets a firm speed limit on the best game of the generation. The PS5 Pro is going to give us the most stunning visuals we've ever seen on a console, making the fidelity mode the obvious choice for many gamers. But for those frame rate fanatics chasing 60 FPS, the CPU is the anchor holding that dream back. We'll be watching closely to see what magic Rockstar can pull off with those Pro patches. What do you think? Will you settle for a beautiful 30 FPS, or will you choose to compromise 60 FPS performance mode for GTA 6? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more deep dive analysis.